Did you see some reports that we could be holding on to 9 for another season? I'd seen one person on a social media platform say that Arne Slot sat down with Darwin Nunez and said that he's got one more season to convince him. I don't for 1 second believe that, personally. The only way, Gary, I see Darwin Nunez still being at Liverpool next year is if nobody's come in with an offer to buy him. Even at that, I would still say a loan with an obligation or potential to buy would be more preferable. I'd be amazed, absolutely amazed, if he's still here by the time the window closes. So yeah, I wouldn't put credibility into that report, to be honest with you, my man. But I have seen it, like you mentioned. Turtle Project, and am I the only one that hasn't given up on Nunez? The guy's work rate is top notch. I've given up on him, and I've given up on his attitude more than anything. There's no doubt he has all the talent to succeed. I don't think any of us would ever question that. But it's the mental side of it. He just doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be able to piece it all together. It could just be. It could just be the league. To be fair, like I'm not saying Darwin won't go elsewhere and do well. Sometimes players just don't work in the Prem. You've often seen players do well in Serie A or La Liga, come here and they're not working out, and vice versa. So maybe with Darwin, it could just be a cultural thing, the league, or mental. I don't know. I just don't like loans. I'm not a big fan of loans unless you're trying to send a younger player out to get experience. But I don't know. I have a bad feeling we may end up with a situation with Darwin Nunez where we're talking about a loan with an obligation or something, because there doesn't seem to be much interest based off, media reports. Al Hilal, sorry, no interest there. So this report from Ismail Mahmoud said there's absolutely nothing between Al Hilal and Darwin Nunez, and there'll definitely be nothing between Nunez and Al Hilal this summer. So where to for Darwin? Where does he go? Eddie said, I've heard Darwin gets another year with us, plus with no value, there's other number 9s available. So I've seen one really questionable social media take on Darwin getting another year. But just think of it like this. At the end of last season, the manager had an option to go with Darwin Nunez or Diogo Jota. And I think the one he went for gives you the answer to the question. Arne Slot knows Darwin isn't good enough. Arne Slot knows Darwin doesn't do the right things. Arne Slot, I would be absolutely amazed if Arne Slot has told Darwin he's got one more year to prove himself. Now, the fact that there isn't many other number 9s around, look, that's a very sensible thing that you've said. And I think you can argue that there isn't enough talent in that department for us to maybe have our pick of 3 or 4, but I'll lose my shit if he's still here at the start of next season. I will. Honestly, I just don't want him playing anymore. I'm fed up of it all. The drama, the nonsense, the sulkiness, the blaming everyone but himself. And I said this before, as soon as he put up that post saying, now I know why I'm not playing, he's been fucked right off into the 21s if I was the coach as soon as he put that up there. Is Nunez the new Balotelli? I don't know, to be honest with you, mate. When Darwin came in, I was absolutely delighted and so excited, and tried my best to stay on board because he's an easy guy to get behind and like. And then you had that Newcastle moment where he came off the bench, we were down to 10, scores 2. But it's the other stuff that really, I think, shows me what type of fella he is. The moaning at the fans, the snidey posts on social media, the blaming everybody but himself stuff, it's left a bit of a sour taste for me as a fan. But I would be a liar if I told you I really didn't want that to work out, because I did. I really wanted to enjoy Nunez when he was here, but I just haven't liked the attitude he's shown in certain moments. Aaron said, we've been more than patient with Darwin. With any other club, he would have been cussed after one season. Or ousted, sorry mate, I thought you said cussed. I thought we were going American terms there. Ousted after one season. $1 million move, 10-cent finishes. I think he's been given more than enough time as well. I think the fan base, especially the travelling cop, have been incredibly supportive of Darwin Nunez. And I just, I think he's gotten away with it too long. He just hasn't delivered. And I love that Sky are still hammering this, by the way, because I read it last night, that Darwin Nunez is still Liverpool's record signing at 85 million. No, he's not. That's absolutely not true. £71 million is what we've paid for Darwin Nunez. And if he doesn't kick another football for us again, that is the amount of money that Liverpool have paid for Darwin Nunez. So I wish Sky, the one that some people here want to say is gospel, well, they've got their facts very much wrong on that one. £71 million is the number. At the moment, Virgil van Dijk is our most expensive signing. If we had have ticked all the add-ons and everything for Darwin, yes, it would have gone up to £85 million or €100 million, but we didn't get there. What about Isak or Julian? I think Alvarez is a non-starter, unfortunately, because Atleti seem really adamant that he's going nowhere. Isak, there's been plenty of stuff in the last day or two to say that Liverpool haven't given up hope there, but I can only be honest with you, mate, and say I don't know what the situation is with the centre forward position. I don't know who Liverpool have as a target. If I find out, I'll let you know, but I don't know as of now. I don't know who we're looking at as centre back. And when I talk about a Diaz replacement, it's an educated guess talking about Anthony Gordon because of our interest there in the past, obviously. Gyökeres to Atletico, then Alvarez to Liverpool, according to Anfield Watch. Really? Sam Maguire's had some pretty good information around the whole Atleti thing. I know that they were talking about Lautaro Martinez at one point as well at Atleti as a possible option. Again, was it Sam that wrote that particular piece, if you don't mind me asking you? Hill Richard? I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I mean, look, I'd be delighted if that was the case, man. You know, my take on Julian Alvarez, I love him, so I would be very, very, very happy if that was the case. The article was by Peter Staunton. Oh, okay, thank you. I don't know Peter Staunton. I've had some interactions with Sam over the year and really rate Sam Maguire. I think he's a good rider and a nice guy. And Bence as well, I know a little bit, but yeah, I don't know that gentleman. But thank you, Richard, I appreciate you. Triller said, have been crying for Alvarez since he was at City. Same. If you go back and watch when City signed him, I said they're getting an absolute bargain from River Plate. And I still can't believe they sold him. I think maybe his missus or something wanted a different climate or whatever. But yeah, they got a very, very good deal from River Plate when they bought him. Will Diaz stay? Kelvin, my feeling is no. This feels like the summer Barcelona might tempt him away. But it does seem as if that's the only one that will. And weirdly, everybody seems relaxed about it. Like, he seems relaxed about his future. He seems happy to stay at Liverpool if he stays at Liverpool. He seems okay with the idea of maybe going to Barcelona. Liverpool seem calm about it. No big desire to sell him, but yet at the same time, an asking price seems to have been set. So it'll come down to if Barca can get a package together that works for Liverpool, that works for Diaz, and of course that gets past their own internal FFP systems in La Liga.